Hi there, premium escapers. Once again, back in action today. Going to do another one of these Let's Talk About It videos. Shane's got a little bit of information for you.
What's that?
Like and subscribe. Don't forget about our affiliate link.
I'm
the one with all the memory now. This is awesome.
Yeah, you had me fooled there for a minute. I was like, what? I don't remember saying what I was going to say.
Oh, you got to say some things. I'm not talking about this by myself.
I mean, it ain't like we planned this stuff out or anything anyway.
I know.
So.
I guess that's why it caught you off guard.
I was like, what?
Look on your face was pretty good because you had this like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, what am I supposed to say here? Definitely like and subscribe.
Yeah, that was a good one. Caught him off guard today, guys. You gotta love him for that stuff. All right, here we go. He's going to draw somebody out here for us to talk about. Let's see, who's he grabbing?
Let's get way up in the middle here somewhere.
All righty. I don't know how you can tell you're in the middle or not. The cards are like, who we got?
Oh, no.
Sergeant Alexander Drake. Wow, okay. To talk about this dude, we got 3 versions of him now. Yeah. I think with each new version of him, actually, they are getting a little better with him. His first one is all right. Nothing to like brag about.
This is the very first version. He has like this. What kind of gun would you call it?
It's a grapple gun.
It's a grapple gun.
Yeah, it says so right here on his card.
Yeah, he has the grapple gun, and then he's got his sword.
Yeah, he is Sergeant Alexander. He follows Jandar. He's human, unique hero, soldier, valiant, medium 5, and he's got 5 life. It's your average life. Yeah. 5 move. It's average. Range 1. His attack 6. Huge attack. Yeah. And then his defense is 3. It's your average attack or average defense. And then on his powers here, he's got 2 powers. Not a whole lot to remember. He's got Thorn Speed. And this actually, a lot of people forget this power.
Yeah, well, that's the best thing about Drake.
Yeah. It says opponent's figures must be adjacent to Sergeant Drake Alexander to attack him with a normal attack.
So special attacks, you can still yet do it.
From range. But outside of that, you got to be up close to attack him. So it makes it hard because, he's sporting that 6 attack. So it's going to hurt. And then what Shane was alluding to is, what is this god-awful thing he's got in his hands?
It's a grapple gun.
It's his grapple gun, guys. Grapple gun 25, it says, instead of Sergeant Drake Alexander's normal move, you may move only 1 space. This space may be up 25 levels high when using the grapple gun. All engagement rules still apply. So he will take disengagement rolls, if he does it. But, being able to go up 25 spaces in a single bound, pretty heroic. But like I said, they got better with him as it went along.
If you build a big castle, he can shoot right up in there.
Oh yeah, that was always the thing. And I didn't use Drake a lot. Like I said, the newer versions, I like them a little better probably.
Once again, he doesn't synergize.
And that's a bummer and a killer. Yeah. When they don't synergize, it's like a hammer. It drives them to the ground.
110 points, a little bit cheaper than the other Drakes, right?
Yeah, he is a little cheaper than the other ones. Got that 5 life, got that 3 defense. I think about all of them sit on that. I think one of them may have a 6 life, maybe.
I think the new one's got a 6 life.
And that Thorn Speed really helps him with, people attacking at range. He's able to not necessarily sneak up on him, but he's able to walk up there to you, be like, hey, yeah, you couldn't attack me. Now I'm going to attack you. Hit you with 6 dice and make it count pretty good.
And y'all end up getting to see 2.0 and 3.0 when you get there.
Yeah. And once again, he's a figure that's not very expensive. He should be extremely cheap out there.
It's not used much.
No. You probably won't hardly ever see him get used.
He was probably used a little bit in our big battle games back in the day, just because.
It's only because you had to draft him, because we used everybody pretty much. So somebody ended up with him, and he always got out action.
You could always use the grapple gun to get hot and stuff. So that was one of the uses that I guess he would have.
And a lot of people would forget the Thorn Speed. I mean, I think the new ones have the Thorn Speed. I was playing against Griffin one game, and shot at Drake from a range, and he had forgotten about it. I had forgotten about it. And then later on in the game, he's like, hey, you shouldn't be able to shoot at me. I was like, well, why not? He was that Thorn speed. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he won that game anyway, so I don't think that was a difference. But, yeah, this guy here, he, back in the day, he still looks, I'm going to say he kind of looks sloppy a little bit, And as the newer versions came out, he actually looked a lot better. So I kind of wanted to, and then the new ones, like Shane was saying, they're a little bit more expensive. So
I kind of like the newest one. Really.
I like to take the newer ones that look better and play them on the old cars still yet. But I'm sure there's some tournament rule to that. I'm almost positive. But yeah, I don't think I played against him a whole lot. He was just kind of I call him a brick. He had the average life, he had the average defense, he had an extraordinarily good attack. If he'd had some range to him, that would have been cool. I think the 2.0 one had some range. Had a pistol or something. I mean, he's an army man for crying out loud.
Yeah.
If I can't shoot you, what kind of army man am I?
He's not got no range on that one.
He's got grapple gun and a sword. He's not really much of an army man. He's kind of like Hung Kung Fooey, the ninja guy or something.
He's a ninja soldier or something.
But he's one of those ones you can get up close. In that master set, there wasn't a lot of range. The Kragmaga agents, Savaris, Mora Warriors, I think all of them had some range, and none of those guys had special shooting abilities from range, so they all had to come up on him to attack him.
He's good at close combat, though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. He's got the 6 attack, but...
Now, you want to kind of make sure you had initiative, or at least kept him back to where you engaged first, and at least you got the first swing.
One of the real best ways to use him is to run in on, maybe a squad of Massachusetts. You run in there, because they can't shoot him. Cause,
right.
They're using normal attacks, not special. And then you drop the big 6 attack down on them.
They're screaming and squalling.
Yeah, there's some things you can use him for, but...
Don't try to run him up on Memring. Memring's got that fire line special of 8, and that's a special attack, so your dragons are going to be shooting at him, so that kind of hinders him a little bit.
He's not somebody that I'm crazy about playing with just because, he don't synergize. I love synergies. I like playing with lots of squad members and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
And he's, once again, he'll be a cheap figure you should be able to get a hold of. And, when I played against him, I looked forward for him being out there on the battle board because, I always kind of knew we was going to kill him. Just gang up on him where he don't synergize with nothing, and you just out action him. He's sitting there and you're throwing in 4 or 3 attacks to his 1 attack. So you're going to cut him down, unfortunately. I hate to say that.
Sometimes these Let's Talk About It might be a little boring. There's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to old school Sergeant Drake.
Yeah, and a lot of people seem to use him, although he's like, and that's very discouraging.
Because he's like the superhero of lore, too.
Yeah, he's the number 1 dude of lore, and in the old school heroscape Rise of the Valkyrie, he was the suck hero. I hate to say that like it, but that's just what he was. He wasn't very appealing to the eye, and you avoided him if you could. You just didn't pick him. I didn't pick him a lot. That's why I don't have a lot of memories of him. I probably have more memories facing him than I do playing with him, and I seems like I recall one time, I don't know who it was though. We was sitting down to play, and we was getting ready to play, and they had Alexander Drake, and they had the Airborne Elite, and he was expecting a synergize. He was like, well, wait a minute, do I move with him first, or do I move with them first? I was like, you don't. You pick one or the other, and that's what you go with. And he was like, well, that don't seem right. I was like, oh yeah, read your cards. That's exactly how it is. And you read the card, and he's like, man, that's not very good. He goes, I thought these guys worked well together. I was like, no, they don't follow no orders whatsoever from Alexander Drake. I was like, the Airborne Elite do what they do, and he's on his own. So, unfortunately, there is no synergy to that.
He's a lot like an Agent Carter, if you will.
No. Agent Carter was cool. He's not cool, okay? Carter was cool. He's not even cool. He just...
He don't look cool.
He don't look cool. He kind of looks nerdy. I don't know. He's an army man with a grappling gun and a sword. I just don't see it working well together
He
there.
only uses his sword.
Well, you know, I mean that's what he uses.
I mean, come on, y'all, give him a grenade at least, right?
He's an army man. Give him something, you know. Maybe.
See, I was thinking it was a rocket launcher.
Well, maybe Renegade will do something with him. I mean, they did make one of. Well, they didn't technically make him. I guess that was made by the other company that had it before they give it to Renegades. But maybe they'll do something to make some kind of squads that'll synergize with him some way, some form, some fashion.
Well, I mean,
or something.
it's easy to do. I mean, he's a soldier. He's a soldier. He's valiant. And he's a unique hero, and he's human. I mean,
yeah, he is. He is Sergeant Alexander Drake.
Yeah.
The thorn in your army.
I mean, honestly, that's the best thing that you can do with him is run in and kill ranged squads that only use normal attacks.
Yeah, or
Because with the thorn speed, they can attack.
Or something's got big defense, send him in there after it. He's got 6 attacks, so hopefully he can cut through some of it. But outside of that, yeah, you know, Sergeant Alexander Drake was not it's not a big fan favorite for me. So
he wouldn't be ranked high in my list.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
No ranks. Just we're talking about him. That's all we're doing.
But that's about all I know to talk about. What about you?
Let me think. I told you about not synergizing.
Yeah.
How it hurt him. Yeah, that's pretty much all it.
That's
I think that's all I got for Sergeant Alexander Drake. I hope you guys like this again today. You know, sometimes these guys just don't go well getting. And unfortunately, the Airborne League and Sergeant Alexander Drake, some of our dear-hearted combat veteran groups, just didn't kind of cut the cake. He's not one you see used. Not this version anyway. You don't see him used in today's combat.
Hopefully in the future we can help out these army men a little bit. I mean, come out with some other army men synergize with these army men, make them tougher.
Yeah, I know Renegade can do that. I know they can.
Yeah.
I got faith in them.
I mean, there's plenty of things you can think of to do. The cards, when you know, that's why we have human, unique hero, valiant. That's why you got all that stuff. Soldier.
Right.
That's why it's on there. Anytime in the future, you can always make something to go with these guys.
I mean, hook something up with him. He's got all this stuff and nothing to hook up with right now. Hook him up with something.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's all I got to talk about.
They could do that on like Veterans Day or something.
That would be nice to do.
A squad to synergize.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah. But yep, that's it for me on Let's Talk About It.
That's all I got, guys. Make sure you come back and see us again.
Like and subscribe. Don't forget it. We got our affiliate link in the description below if you want to buy some heroscape. Help out our channel. Peace out.